Cancer, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading back with me again, Anisa from Leader Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, and for those of you who have been a long time, welcome back. So as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiance, family members, anyone. I am basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because for me personally, I realized that with my readings, I resonate, what the hell? I realized that I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, but probably because my Venus is in the 8th house with my North Node there, but I don't really know. But if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate, all right? There's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. Let me pull 5 more cards in the present and then we'll talk, all right? By the way, don't freak out if you hear me muttering a non-English word. It's just me, asking questions in Indonesia. Just because I feel much more comfortable asking questions to my cards in Indonesia. Interesting. So what is your overall energy for the now? I think I've showed you this. It was 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and also the King of Pentacles. What is challenging is the Ace of Pentacles and also the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So in a way that I feel like you guys right now are, because 9 is the number right after completion. Right after 9 we have 10, and 10 is like a whole completion. And I feel like you guys are right now focusing much more on your self-happiness, on your self-empowerment, of your self-actualization and all those good stuff, because you're trying to, I'm not going to say you're trying to run away, but you feel like living in a state of this is not healthy. Therefore, you just want to be focusing on yourself. But there is this beautiful quality of Cancer that I really like, which is the King of Pentacles, meaning that you guys are still very much reliable. I mean, like, if you really need help, if you want to address anything, like, you guys are being very wise right now with the King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles, especially in this particular deck of mine, if it's not in challenged positions, it's a very reliable type of character. It's also like a character who is kind of like a problem solving, and I feel like you've gained a lot through your past experience. You gain a lot of wisdoms, you get a lot of knowledge, that you feel like actually this relationship, could be solved, but not in a childish manner, not with tantrums, not with ego battle, not with pride competitions and all those stuff. So you guys are in the mood to, okay, if you want to be mature about it, if you want to be like acting like a grown-up, if you really want to sort it out, let's do it. But I want things like not just words. I want actions. I want, if you come to me or if we're together, I want us to have something that is tangible in the long run. So, okay, you're with me, but show me through actions. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be with me, but how is your, what do you think of us in 3 months from now? What do you think of us in 6 months from now? What do you think about us in 1 year from now? So you want something that is tangible and also something that is very sustainable. So what is challenging this relationship is you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then you also have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So 6 of Pentacles in reverse, no doubt it also talks about an unequal give and take. And then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it could be like somebody offers, because that's the overall challenge of the relationship, so I could not really pinpoint who is doing what to who, but Ace of Pentacles in reverse, especially the challenge, it talks about like somebody promised somebody something, but it's not being delivered, okay? Okay, I kind of want to know though, because they have both the five cards, like the 5 of Wands and also the 5 of Swords there. So saya mau tahu ini kenapa yang base-nya dia 5 of Wands sama 5 of Swords, ini kenapa dia bisa kayak gitu. Wheel of the Year, 5 of Swords, the Sun card. Right. So I feel like in the past, you guys are pretty fed up with this person because you feel like this person is putting on a fight. right? So you try to work things through in this relationship. You try to be understanding towards them because you do have a strong belief when it comes to the relationship. Like you took that giant leap of faith when it comes to them, although all your rational and everything like that is stopping you from doing so, but your heart is like, fuck it, let's just do it. I'm going to take this giant leap of faith with you. So this is you, this is them. Yeah. So you guys have been trying to follow their pace, if that makes sense. Okay. So if you don't want me to be bothering you when you're really, really hectic and busy with your life, then fine. I'm going to be patient about it, but I'm going to be putting in the work. So you have the Eight of Pentacles in here. Eight of Pentacles, especially in this particular deck of mine, talks about acts of services. So it's not, I think you guys are being less of a Cancer, because Cancers are usually like, like a words of assurance about physical touches. Sometimes I find Cancers do like a lot of gifting too, but this is much more of active services. So you try to do like a lot of active services towards them because you strongly believe that in the long run it might be something, you know what I mean, and you try to follow their pace, but they're kind of like quite like five is a disruptive type of quality, because we have 4 and then came 5 to disrupt the stability so that it could build on into 6. And what is going on with them is that because they have the Wheel of the Year, so they're busy with, okay, actually there's too many swords said. So the first one is it's a negative type of interpretation, and it might apply to some of you. So the first one is that the feeling that they have towards you, it's not stable. In a way, that, what do you call it? Like when you do in a casino and then you just roll it, like, well, someday they like you, someday they don't, someday they miss you, someday they hate you. So their feeling has changed. It's movable, it's kind of like mutable quality. So it's movable, how they feel towards you, how do they prioritize you? Like one day they prioritize you, the other day they don't. The other day they prioritize over their children, or they prioritize over their friends. So it's kind of like quite changeable. And you guys try to be patient about it, but sometimes enough is enough, you know what I mean? So yeah, and that's that. And the second interpretation towards it could be that things are really, really looking great in their life right now, and they have the wheel, so they kind of like want to expand in one area of their life. It could be that they want to be pursuing like higher education, or they could be wanting to focus much more on their career because they want to get a promotion, or they want to be focusing on their businesses, and relationship is not really their 100% focus in the now because of that. The third interpretation towards it, and it might apply to some Cancers out there, is that because there is somebody else, it's either a Sagittarius placement, like it could be Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, or Rising, the other person, or it could be a Leo placement. But I'm sensing like a lot of Sagittarius and also Leo placement in here. And I also feel like a very, very dismissive type of quality from them. So if you feel like, you know what, let's do our relationship this way because I feel like it would benefit us in the long run. And they're like, no, I don't think so. Why? Why should I do this? I won't be sacrificing this much because I also have this, so there is the lack of wanting to compromise almost, yeah? Saya mau tahu ini kenapa tiba-tiba si Cancer 3 of Swords. Okay, so this person might look nonchalant to you, might look indifferent towards you. You kind of like quite hurt about it due to the fact that you feel like this person almost like they don't care about you, almost like they don't prioritize you. But the thing is that it's just a facade that they're putting on. They're like Temperance card. So it's just the facade that they're putting on. It's like, and I feel like if you're dealing with another Leo or Sagittarius, like the one I told you earlier, is that it's kind of like their coping mechanism to be like that, to be the temperance card, to be seen as if like they've got their shit all together. So you might be seeing them like, why you look so happy? Like, how come you're still focusing on, I don't know, like your Muay Thai appointment, or like your fitness, or you're still active on your social media, or whatever that is. Like, they seem to be okay on the outside, on the surface, but deep down inside, what they're doing is actually the Princess of Swords in reverse. So this person is stalking the hell out of you. Like, this person is playing detective. It could be like they're trying to be, you know what, actually, to some Cancers out there, like I literally could feel that some of you have a stalker that is like walking, I don't know, like driving by your office, they're driving by your house. But to most part, like the Princess of Swords in reverse in here is that they just want to be stalking you so that they have a negative proof, so that either they could use it in the next argument, or they could you know, have like a little bit self-talk with themselves and like, see, told you, Cancer is bad, you know, something like that. But the Princess of Swords, especially when it's in reverse, I mean, if it's in upright position, it's kind of like okay-ish, although I'm not really a fan of this card. But when it's in reverse, there's like a lot of confirmation bias attached to it. So whoever you're dealing with in the now is trying to find info on you, and it's not a good info. So if you guys are in a period of non-communication, like this person is trying to find information that you moved on from them, so that they could actually self-talk themselves into like, see, told you, Cancer doesn't care. But you also have this impression about them. Like, you feel like this person doesn't care because this person is like the Temperance card. Like, they seem to be so chill with you. They seem to be so indifferent. You know what I mean? And it kind of like hurt you. Like, why am I the only person who is trying to hold on into this with the tightest hand, and you seem to be so detached. You seem to be so nonchalant about this. I did always in the past. And you completely like you completely cut it off. You completely dismissed it, and now why am I still the only person who's still dealing with this type of pain? But what I love about you is that, guys, you have the Seven of Cups and also the Princess of Pentacles. So I think you're being either a Sagittarius or a Pisces, you know, because you guys are so optimistic. Like, you still have faith in this relationship. Like, Seven of Cups, I feel like this person was able to swept you off of your emotional cups, if that makes sense, because this is a Seven of Cups, and then you guys are being swept off by your emotional cups, and then you're living high up in the air. So there's still like hopes and dreams that you still have for this relationship. And that's why, although you're hurt, although you see this person is not caring about you, there's something that you're planning. So it's either a letter, it's either a proposal, it's either a plan. Okay, if this person ever come back towards me in a, I don't know, like in a nice way, in a mature way, in a vulnerable way, I think this is what I'm going to be doing about this person, because this person was able to make you swept off of your emotional cups, if that makes sense. This is getting so long for a week reading. I'm sorry. Because before, like this morning, I did like a meditation with my Amazonite stone. See, the stone has actually like A engraved on its vein. And I became more of a Sagittarius where I'm so talkative. It's like a Mother Earth gift just for me, you know, because it has A on its vein, and I love it. Because my name is Anisa. Okay, so they have the Wheel of the Year here. Knight of Wands, interesting. Four of Wands. The Sun card. Four of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Death card. So we see transformation is beautiful. Five of Pentacles there. Same with I kind of like want to clarify something first. Jadi apa yang sebenarnya mereka inginkan pada saat mereka melakukan ini terhadap Cancer? Oke, ya. Terus saya mau tahu juga. Okay, got it. All right, so if you're dealing with one person, this person in the future is going to be looking for, in Indonesia we call it celah, or they're going to be looking for holes, yeah, in which how can I be approaching Cancer? So it could be anything, you know, like if you work in a working environment, this person would try to find ways to find chances, opportunities that might arise so that they could be coming to you with the Knight of Wands type of ways. It could be that, or remember what I said, that their feelings towards you is kind of like quite moving. So one day they misses you, and the other day they don't. So once that wheel is hitting the missing you point, yeah, they would have a very, very strong impulse into doing something, which is the Knight of Wands. So it's coming with you with the fire type of energy. And I try to, because I'm nosy, you know, just in case you don't know, I'm nosy. Because I have like a lot of Cancer and Scorpio placement, you know, apart from Sagittarius and Capricorn. But so yeah, this person is one of the intention why this person is doing this is because they kind of like wanting to see. So, you know, Knight of Wands is like coming and then going, right? And why they want to do it is because they wanted to see if you're still there for them. And then second of all, they kind of like, because they're pretty shy too, like they want to come and then they want to see if you give them green lights or not. If you guys give them green lights, they're going to be coming to you more. But if you don't, then they're going to be just kind of like quite observing with the Seven of Pentacles in here. So, but I don't feel like in the future you guys are going to be frustrated about it. I feel like you guys are much more like the Four of Cups in reverse. So you guys are going to be much more opening up your heart chakra. You're going to be feeling happy when you guys do that. When they do this, like when they come to you with the Knight of Wands this way, it's kind of like when you least expected, because you were so busy with yourself in the future, like the Sun card. So the Sun card is either you're focusing on your meditation, or you guys are focusing on your, I don't know, your passion or your work or your life, like you try to be happy, like everything like that. And then all of a sudden, like when you least expected, this person is coming in your way with a Knight of Wands type of way. And the one thing that I love is because I feel like if you have not do this, like the Sun card, oh shit, it's going to get cut off. Because like my battery is blinking. I think I'm going to cut it off right here. Wait a second. Bye-bye. Okay, sorry guys. I really forgot to charge all of my batteries last night. So now I'm just kind of like changing one like that. But what I was trying to say is that the Sun card. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. So if you guys have not been doing this, I feel like you should. Like you should be focusing much more on yourself. On your self-happiness with the Nine of Cups in here. Because when you don't care, like when you... Again, as I said, like when you least expected it, like when you don't care, when you're just focusing on you, this person is just kind of like, hi, like show up. All of a sudden, even if you guys are in a communication right now, if you detach yourself from this relationship for a little bit while and just be focusing on you, this person then is going to be like, oh, tumben, you know, tumben is like, oh, this is out of character. Let's see what's up with Cancer and stuff like that. But this person is kind of like quite shy in nature. I mean, like, you know, this poem by Charles Seafin plays here what I'm not saying, like the mask that I wear, mask that I'm afraid to take off. So that mask, that temperance, how they act indifferent, how they act nonchalant, unbothered, detached, and everything, it's just a mask to hide within. Because the within is like a child who begs for somebody to be, you know, crushing down the wall, but with gentle hands, because the child is very fragile. You know what I mean? So this person has a very, very fragile heart. This person is very, very fragile. And so that's why, like, they're trying to put a mask so that, you know, to hide themselves. So yeah, that's why they're doing what they're doing in the future. Like they're going to come and then they're going to be observing you, whether you're going to be giving them a green light or not. And then after that, like they will push forward and push forward and push forward. But at the bottom of your deck, you have the Death card here, meaning that I feel like there's like a lot of transformation going on, not only with you, but also in this relationship in general, okay? So I think that's it. If from my reading, if you guys are only dealing with one person, so if you're only dealing with one person, this reading ends now. But if you're only dealing with one person, I'm such a Sagittarius. Keep changing my mind. But if you're only dealing with one person and you feel like you're so done with this energy, with whoever it is that you're dealing with, I feel like in the future, but you have to be so unfuckwithable first. You know what I mean? Like you have to be the Sun card. Like you have to be focusing so much on your career. You have to be focusing so much on things, not relationship. Yeah? And then you're going to be finding somebody, like really when you like suspected, like you could be like literally meeting them anywhere, but this person is going to be coming to you and you're going to be happy about it because they have this type of fire energy, you know, like they come to you and you don't have to doubt the fact that they are into you or not. Like you could literally be in a relationship with this person within 4 weeks because that's just how fast this relationship is going to go, okay? So that is if you're only dealing with one person, okay? So if you're dealing with one person, your reading ends now. So now we're moving on to the two people scenario. So if you're dealing with two people, the first portion of the reading was the reading about you and the person that you're much more focused on, whereas this one is going to be much more of the scenario between the both of you, all right? Nothing changed, Cancer, because person B is somebody who hurt you. Person B is somebody who is like the Five of Swords type of attitude towards you. Like this person either cut you off or they say something to one-up you. Like you try to show them something and they try to do like one-up you in some ways. And you're just like, gee, this beef is too childish for me. So I'm just going to take the higher road and I'm just going to go, you know, to clear my mind with things, you know, Six of Swords. Like you just try to peace for yourself, for your own sanity. In the now, this person is the Temperance card, so you feel like this person is so indifferent, so nonchalant. You don't see the hurt in their face. You don't see them, you know, gaining one wrinkles in their face, whereas you guys have been struggling with it because you feel the Three of Swords. So them acting this way, them acting like the Temperance card is much more hurtful for you. It's making things even more hurtful for you. So you got somebody who have been and I feel like in the past you guys have been so focused on person B, but then now you have person A. Person A is somebody who has been eyeing you for quite a long time. You know, yeah, this person has been eyeing you quite for a long time. So this person knows everything about you. Like even if you, you know, invite them to your family vacation or whatever, like you try to introduce them to your family, if you're active on social media, they would really literally know who is your mother, who is your cousin, who is this, who is that. Like they would literally know because this person is the Princess of Swords and Reverse. So it's it's somebody kind of like quite obsessive nature and they've stalked you already. And with this person, I feel like you guys are much more of the Princess of Pentacles. So you're approaching this relationship is kind of like quite different with how you approach with person B, because person B, like you took a giant leap of faith, you know, you were the Fool card. So you're being very, very optimistic about it. Like you, like, whoa, you know, what the hell is that? But anyway, with person A, you're like, okay, so you're a good person, okay, you'll have a stable career, okay. So you're much more in a mental state of, if I'm with you, what do I have? Do I have gains or do I have losses? those type of things. So there's like a lot of calculative type of quality attached to it. And in the future, this person is going to be like the wheel. So again, they're trying to be finding opportunities, chances to be with you and everything like that, trying to get your attentions. But with them, like, you're much more focused on yourself because you have the Sun card. So here's the funny part. What person B did to you, you're doing exactly to person A. So person B is indifferent, is nonchalant, is unbothered, it's attached and everything like that. And that's how you feel about them. And then those type of feeling and how you feel about them is exactly what person A is going to be feeling about you. So if you want person A and if you think that your mental state feels like they're kind of like worthy to be in your life, some adjustment needs to be made, okay? But anyway, person B, the person who hurt you, is going to come again with a 9 of Wands. And for some reasons, you're going to be feeling very, very happy about it. And I feel like you guys are not going to be paying attention much to person A. Then you're a person, somebody who is very, very obsessed with you due to the fact that person B is coming with a 9 of Wands attitude. So something that when you really, really least expected, all right? So I think that's it for my reading for you, Cancer. It's so long for a week reading. I'm really, really sorry, but I hope that you find like a lot of clarity that you've been looking for, and I hope that you have a really, really great week ahead. All right, bye-bye. I love you.